kept going. We always stayed in the gym. We always worked together. And then after that, yeah, put his head down, came back up.
He lost.
Stop. Listen, I know a lot of y'all gonna watch this podcast. So her saying I lost $500, right? Y'all know who the shooter is. Everybody know who the shooter is. How many people that beat me betting shooting a shot? I'm telling you.
We played, 3 games?
And I won all 3 of them, man. Come on.
The fact that you just sit here and just say this. This your girl, Lady J. I have a special guest right here next to me. Can you introduce yourself?
Yo, it's your boy Big June, man.
Big June.
What's going on?
Can you tell them a little bit where the name Big June came from?
Well, I'm a junior, named after my daddy. You know, nobody called me Junior except for my granddaddy. So everybody just called me June instead of Junior. Okay.
So, if for those who don't know, Big June is a celebrity bodyguard.
For sure.
And he also trains people as well.
Most definitely.
So before we get into that aspect of your life, tell them where you from.
I was born in, I don't know, some little crazy town in Kentucky, man.
Not Kentucky. Oh my goodness.
Man,
Kentucky.
Listen, we stayed there for a few days. We came to Atlanta, man. I've been in Clayton County all my life.
Yeah, Clayco, baby.
Yeah, for life. Moved to Mount Zion, Morrow, 1997. You know, I'm Southside all day, Mount Zion 231. Feel me?
So, what high school you went
to? I went to Griffin High. I went to Morrow High for maybe a day or two, and I went to Griffin High.
Dang, how you just switched like that?
Cause man, I wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place.
Oh.
But we was moving. We was leaving Morrow. My mama, she was trying to get me up out of there. She was trying to be closer to her job, so we went on ahead and moved to Griffin.
Morrow that bad?
For me, I don't think it was Morrow. I think it was me.
Oh. So tell them a little backstory of how you got into security. What made you want to do security?
First, I mean, I don't even think I really wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. I think at first, I just liked the look, and this was back in 2009 when I first started seeing the dudes in the club doing security. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, man, I'm gonna try it. And then plus, I used to like to fight too. They already know. I used to love to fight. So, and then back in the day, you know, the club scene was different than it is now. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody want to shoot when you go to the club and stuff like that. Back in the day, you know, it wasn't nothing but fighting in the club.
Yeah,
that's
fist
it.
Fight.
They would, all the time. They would come to the club just to fight security. So I got into doing that. I started doing obsessions, club obsessions, club crucial. I had started at this neighborhood spot. It was called Miss Jack's. I started there in like 2010 and stayed there. And that's really where it took out from. I done did just about every club in Atlanta, from the old clubs to the new clubs. And then after that, I got bigger. I wanted to expand, so I started doing apartments. I started doing executive protection for these doctors events and dog events and stuff like that. And then that's when I had really got into being a personal bodyguard. I started doing just different people, a day here, a day there. And then I had bumped into Tiny and Shakana. This was back in 2018. Mm-hmm. And also one of the guys from No Limit, I bumped into all them around the same time. And then they really got my foot in the door.
So that's how you started with Tiny and Shakana and No Limit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You ever experienced like a bodyguard situation from like the movie? You never experienced it?
Like being in a crazy situation like that?
Not crazy. I'm saying like falling in love with somebody that's your.
Oh nah. I mean, I have fell in love with like a lot of the people who I've worked with, I have fell in love with their personality. Like I've met a lot of good people. Everybody not who people portray them to be, who people see. Like, you know, that's just the image that some of them people have to keep up. Everybody is not really like that in real life.
Yeah.
Like some of them people are really genuine people.
I believe you.
So yeah, most definitely.
I believe you.
Yeah, for real.
So Big June, when it come down to security, before you got in security, what was you doing before you got into security?
Man, running wild,
You was running the streets?
bad, doing everything I could.
How old were you
When
you start, before you got into security and you was running bad, when you was telling me about your story?
19, 20. I really stopped doing all that crazy stuff, man, around the age of, well, I started getting better around the age of 23, 24.
Have you ever been to prison?
Never been to prison.
Oh, you blessed, huh?
Never been to prison. Never been to prison. Thank God. I mean, you know, Victor Hill done set me down a few times, man, but never been to prison.
That's crazy. So you say you were doing all this bad stuff. What were you doing? You was selling drugs? What you doing? Like, you was trapping?
Nah, man, that wasn't me. Selling drugs wasn't my thing. You know, I used to like to smoke the weed.
Oh.
You feel me? But
Oh, you one of those people that probably smoke your product.
man, I had a bad smoking problem, man. Me and my cousin Trav and a half. Man, but that was way back then, man. I couldn't even tell you what weed felt like now these days.
So, for security, who are you securing now? Like, what, you know?
Now, I'm with Saucy Santana. This is my second year with him. That's pretty much it. I mean, I still be doing like little small stuff on the side, but nothing permanent or major like that. But
So when they ask for security, do they say you gotta stay with me, like you can't be with nobody else? You can only be with them?
nah, can't nobody tell me that. This is my company, my business. Can't nobody tell me that. I'm not on a contract with nobody.
Okay.
And that's the same for them. If they felt like they wanted to use somebody else, they could do it. They don't have to tell me nothing. They don't have to break no contract. I don't have a contract with nobody right now. So
they just hit you up and like, I need you
yeah,
to
I
come
mean,
do
you know, I mean, I got a good face out here. So
Okay.
I mean, a lot of these people know me, and a lot of these people know me through other people. And you know, I've had people call me. I'm out on the road with Santana. I've had a few people call me like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Can you come do this? Whoop, whoop, man. You know, I don't be around. And but I still send somebody to do it for them. Stuff like that. But
word of mouth is true, huh?
oh yeah, most definitely. Most
Word of
definitely.
mouth.
And a lot of these people, I met a lot of these people once I like really got on. I met a lot of these people in they DM. A lot of these people on Instagram in they DM.
Instagram get it, yeah.
I try to tell people that like people be like, man, I don't do all that social media and Instagram and stuff. You really can't run no business without it. Like, to be honest,
Without social media,
yeah, you got to have it. You
Yeah.
got to have it because the world revolve around social media these days, and that's where a lot of people make their money, man. You got some of these big brands who don't use social media, but they have people using it for them. So
Yeah.
everybody is on social media. You need it.
So your security business name is Big June 6 Protection?
Big Six Protective Services.
Oh, Big 6 Protective Services.
Yep.
So where the 6 come from?
The 6 come from my kids. I got 6 kids. I got 3 boys, 3 girls.
Okay. What's the oldest to the youngest?
The oldest, he's about to be 17. The second is 13. I got twins. They 12. I got an 11-year-old and I got a 6-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just pushing them out, huh?
Man, back to back to back to back to back. You heard me?
So what
Yeah.
what are you doing to them to make sure they don't go the same route you was going?
I won't let them. Even though I try to keep them busy. I try to keep them positive. Even though they young, they seen a lot, and like I don't really want to too much speak on the situation, but they seen me and they mother go through stuff, and still going through it, dealing with courts and stuff like that. I got custody of my girls, and that stuff take effect on them, especially when one parent don't want to have nothing to do with them no more. You know what I'm saying? And I try my best to be there for them in every way I can. You know what I mean? Whatever they want, I try to make sure I get it. I try to make sure I keep them happy. I try to keep their mind off of certain situations and certain things. They go through stuff.
Right.
And people don't understand that kids, whether they 13, whether they 17, whether they 9 or 6, you know what I mean? They go through it. They have feelings.
Right.
And they suffer from a lot. And they'll go take that out on other kids and, other people. They'll shut down, things like that. I stay on them, especially when it comes to school.
Yeah.
Like, man, I love to show up to school and show out. Like, for real, you don't understand. Like, and they know it. Like, my kids know it. Like, they hate to see me come to the school.
What you do when you show out? What you be doing?
Man, what you mean? I embarrass you in front of the whole class. Like, I don't too much hold nothing back. Like, my daddy was the same way with me. And, you can't keep embarrassing me like that. You feel me? School ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
You can't keep embarrassing me, so I'm gonna embarrass you.
And for real, like, I don't go to the school and like put my hands on them. I don't whoop my kids. They'll tell you that. I don't whoop my kids.
So what do you do? What's embarrassing?
Man.
You go in there like dressed up as a clown or something?
Nah, listen. I'm gonna use her as example, right?
Okay.
My oldest daughter, she hate to squat. She hates to squat. All of them really hate to squat, right? I will show up to your school. They gonna let me back. They gonna let me back. I will come to your classroom, pop up on you by surprise. I got all the teachers' numbers. I'll text them, they'll text me. Yeah, come on down. I'll pop up in the classroom. Let me see you acting up. I'll make you get up there on that wall and make you squat. Please, I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand. Man, listen. You don't understand, man. These days,
He did that to you? He never did that to you?
Not at school, but have you ever had to do it?
You don't like it?
It's the worst.
What kind of
It's the
squats
worst.
these is?
Man, you get up there against that wall, I'll make you hold books, whatever. You gonna get down, man.
You get punishments like that.
Man, listen, what you mean? I don't whoop them. I got to do something to make you not want to do it again. I mean, it's a reason why I don't whoop them, but, we ain't going to talk too much about that.
You got 6 kids, right?
Yep.
The oldest is 17. Are any of them into sports?
The youngest. He
That's
the only one. Yeah, he the youngest. Naya, she I think she ready to cheer. We've been talking about it. Naya, Aaliyah, she want to play basketball. She's been talking about playing basketball. I try to make sure I stay on them about their grades because it's important. Like, I want y'all to play in school. School is fun. I want y'all to play in school. I can put y'all in anything y'all want outside, but I want y'all to play in school because for them to play in school, they have to stay on top of their grades. And that's what I want. Jemiah, she want to cheer too. So I'm trying to get them in that. But my youngest, he the one who's really into sports like that. My oldest, he ain't playing no sports.
He like, nah.
Yeah, he ain't playing no sports. I guess he want to work.
So what does having a girl do to you? Like, when you first had her, what was your life-changing moment?
That was my baby. Like,
what was different from her than your boy?
It's a girl. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's it's when he was born though, when my oldest was born, like, man, I remember I left school. I took him to school. I got a video on camcorder when he was born, man. I got a whole little camcorder, man. It's a whole video. I took him to school, walked him through the school. I'm like a whole celebrity at the school with him, man. You feel me? They all up on him in his face, and I was so excited. Like I couldn't wait.
You was in high school, yeah?
I was in high school, yeah.
What grade?
I think I was in the 10th or the 11th.
Ooh, you started out real early.
Yeah, like, man, I was so happy when he was born. I'm like, man, hey, yeah, like, you feel me? And then I was still doing me. And then that's like, when he was born, that's when I really started wanting to work. Really started wanting to get some money. And I had got my first job at Kroger's. Started working at Kroger's, and I got a job at McDonald's. And then that's when I started, you know, leaning towards the street. You know, you got a toe in, then you want to put a foot in, then you want to put both feet in,
Right.
and then, you know what I'm saying? And then it go from there.
Right.
And then when I had her, Naya, man, I'm like, dog. Especially like after she was born. Once she got here, that was like, it was like me and her. Like, changed my whole life. Just about.
You see what girls do? Y'all should get y'all some girls. Take care of your daughters.
I'm trying
It's
to tell you
very
that
important
they
to
need
take
their
care of your
daddy.
daughters.
They need their daddy. They need their mama too.
They need both.
I'm trying to tell you, but they need their daddy.
Yes.
For real.
And daddies need to be there.
Most definitely.
What made you decide to get into training people?
For one, I like to see people happy, man. Two, I've been in the gym for about, I want to say about 3 years now, and it was hard when I first started going to the gym. It was like right before COVID, and I was going, then I would stop, and I go back again. You know, it'd take a while to start seeing results, and then COVID hit, and the gym closed. I was like, oh, it's over with. Man, but see, I was still out there working and stuff. And I was back in the clubs and stuff and still doing my little executive protection with certain people and things like that. And
Because Atlanta wouldn't close.
yeah, right. And I started seeing like some of the biggest dudes I ever seen ever. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, man, you this big hard ass dude. And I see this Floyd Mayweather Bodyguard dude. I'm like, man, I'm about to be like him. I'm about to be like him. I got to. Like, it's no way that I'm not finna get like that. So then I really got in the gym and started hitting it hard. Like, I started getting up 3 o'clock in the morning. I still get up. I get up at 2 o'clock now. Man,
So what time you go to sleep?
Man, I don't. I nap. I don't sleep. I nap. Man, I get in the gym. Now these days, I stay in the gym all day. And it took me a while to build that dedication, though. That dedication, that motivation, man. It took me a while to do that. But then I was in the gym so much, so I'm like, then I was working out with Keisha and Jazz. I know Jazz had made a post on Facebook. Y'all don't see her no more. She about to have a baby. She got fined, and then some dude had done got her pregnant, man. You feel me?
That's how it be, huh?
You know what I mean?
That's how it be. Soon as you get fined.
Yeah, so she had made a post on Facebook. I'm like, man, come on. You know, I be in the gym too, so come on. You know what I mean? She had commented on one of my posts or something like that. So I'm like, come on, make it happen. She's like, how much you gonna charge? I ain't gonna charge. Just come on. I'll be in the gym already, so just come on. And then that's when we had seen Keisha. She was in the gym. I used to see Keisha all the time in the gym. Keisha would come to the gym. She wasn't talking to nobody.
Is Keisha a regular person?
Keisha?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chucky. You see her on my story almost every day I'm in the gym.
Okay.
Every day, yeah. So then I had seen her one day. Me and Jazz had walked in. I'm like, man, come on, you know, work out with us. You know, hit me up. Man, after that, we all just started working out together. And that's when I had got to training them, and they had been going hard. Stayed faithful. Even if I wasn't there, if I was on the road, they still gonna get up. They gonna go to the gym together. Look, we did this today. We did that. We're gonna do this tomorrow. Boom, this, that, and the third. Kept going. We always stayed in the gym. We always worked together. And then after that, everybody started seeing them.
Yeah.
So then like everybody started hitting me up then. they like, man, train me. I want to start working out too. So I'm like, okay. I'm always trying to make some money.
As you should.
I always trying to make some money. So I'm like, people genuinely like to be around me anyway. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, come on. I started bringing more people in and more people in and more people in. And then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm like, okay, I already know what they charging. I already know a regular personal trainer, they taxing.
Yeah.
I'm
of
like,
course
cool.
they are.
This what I'm gonna do. I know I can take everybody's business because of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I already know it. Man, y'all come on. I'm gonna charge $25 a session. Let's get right. Come on. You can't beat it. Man, I got so many people coming now. Like, it's crazy. So
It adds up to that
man, I'm
$25.
trying to tell you. I'm like, come on, man. I got 50 people. What you mean, man? I got all day. I got 50 people. Let's go, man. I love the gym. Come on, man. Let's get it.
You're gonna get to the point where you start counting heads like, oh, 25.
Yeah, that's
or
what I'm
50.
saying. So
Yeah.
now I'm finna in the upcoming weeks, man, I'm finna do this session outside. It's gonna be on the weekend. It's gonna be a Saturday. It's gonna be a Sunday. It's gonna be a 2-day event. It's gonna be big. We're gonna do a lot of stuff, man. A lot of working out. We're gonna get a volleyball game in there. We're gonna get a kickball game in there.
Where you gonna do it at?
I'm trying to figure that out now. I'm gonna do it at one of the parks around the way. I'm gonna do it.
You know, Forest Park, right? You talk to whatchamacallit. He could probably work something out with you.
Yeah, and, see, I was over there at Kawana. See, that's where I was last year. That's usually where I go when I go by myself. I would throw the football to myself, jog around in the field, and do stuff like that. But I seen it was closed yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely. Who, Lloyd?
No. Hit Tyreek up.
Tyreek. Okay, I know Tyreek. Yeah. I've been knowing Tyreek for years. See, people don't know. Back at the Rex Center on Rex Road.
Hold on, let me tell you something. When you posted the thing and tagged me in it from
the game.
From the game. Yeah. Do you know how many people from there followed me from you? I was like, they already know. I was like, how he know him? Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how you know everybody. I was like, oh my goodness.
I've been around here all my life, man. I'm a good dude.
Yeah, that'd be a good spot for you.
I guess you can sound popular.
You definitely are. you definitely are popular.
Man, I'm that nigga. I ain't even gonna flex, man. I am.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. He betted me $500 and he lost. No,
he lost.
He lost.
Stop. Listen, I know a lot of y'all gonna watch this podcast. So her saying I lost $500, right? Y'all know who the shooter is. Everybody know who the shooter is. How many people done beat me betting shooting a shot? I'm telling you.
We played, 3 games?
And I won all 3 of them, man. Come on,
the fact that you can just sit here and just say this. We got witnesses.
But she might have beat me once, man.
Once? You want to try it again?
Let me tell you.
First of all, the first game.
Did you bet the 500? Yes or no?
I don't listen. I don't bet. I don't do bets. But technically, if I'd have betted him, I'd have said, yeah, I don't do bets.
I ain't have to play hard because she ain't bet. You feel me? And I let her play her regular game while I just shoot. So I didn't. She didn't bet. So if she would have betted, I wouldn't have lost.
First of all, so the first game it was a girl ball. I won that game. Then we got a boy ball.
With a girl ball.
Got a boy ball. I won that game.
Your ass.
He still lost, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want y'all to know. He might be bigger than me. I still.
I don't fight, man.
That's good. Don't fight then.
Man, I get busy. Okay. I get busy, man.
So right now we go to the court. Right now, you think you'll win?
I don't too much think. I always just be knowing stuff.
Oh.
You feel me? Like a lot of the stuff I do, I don't too much be thinking I can do it. I know I can do it.
Oh, you know for a fact.
Yeah, most definitely. That's
okay.
me. I be knowing.
Oh. I would have never thought that.
Most definitely. I be knowing so.
Okay. But so you be training people. What makes your training different besides knowing people? What makes you training people different from other people training?
Man, because people really be out here doing stuff like they be doing it for the money. They don't be wanting to do it right. They just want to, you feel me? Like people just do it for the money. Mm-hmm. I really get out there and like I want to see you do good. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And besides the price, like I said, the pricing is always right. Everything I do, the pricing is always right. That's why I got so much business with everything I do, because the pricing is always right. And I actually get out there and work with you, and I'm gonna push you, like, actually, like, and a lot of the stuff I be doing with a lot of people I be with, it really be like one-on-one, and they like that. And we get out there and do that one-on-one. They hate, especially like when we be training, right? They'll tell you, like, I'll push them so hard, I make sure y'all finish it, and they know they always want to quit on the last set, the last couple reps. And guess what? If you quit, we got to start all the way over. And they ain't going for it. So they be making the faces and screaming and hollering, but they finish it though. They finish it. You feel me? And they'll tell you too, like a lot of the it's mainly women. It's all women. Like, I don't even charge them. I don't even be charging them for real. They just be blessing me. They be like, here. You feel me? I had one of the ladies send me $150 just cause.
What is
Just
good?
cause. You feel me?
I mean, you as you should, but the reason why I ain't start. Listen, I went to Forrestville High School. We used to work out all the time, playing basketball all the time.
Right.
Weight room.
Fact.
We doing something, agility training, something. I left high school.
It was
That was
over.
a wrap.
Over with, yep.
Ain't no
Facts.
more training.
Actually, it was hard for me to actually get in the gym and stay consistent and really want to do it. But wait till you start seeing your body change. Wait till you start feeling different. Wait till you start looking different. Like, man, once I started seeing me get bigger, and man, I'm like, man, boy, I look good. I ain't finna stop.
During the pandemic, right? Of course, we ain't had nothing to do or whatnot. So I would go to the track and, go run and walk or whatnot. And I realized I was losing a lot of weight. So when I do cardio, I lose a lot of weight.
Right.
And then at that same time, I was not eating beef or pork. So I was only eating chicken and turkey and seafood. But I didn't like the fact that my weight kept going down. I like the weight that I am now. I just want to build up the muscle that I got.
Right.
I don't want to keep losing the weight.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, I was like, if I start working out, I don't want to lose this weight.
You're not necessarily gonna lose the weight. It depends on what kind of working out you do. If you're doing just straight cardio, you're gonna lose the weight. So now what you want to do is slow down on that cardio. You want to slow down on that cardio.
Okay.
You want to hit them weights a little bit. And when I say hit the weights, I don't mean like when I be telling people like, yeah, you got to hit the weights. Not necessarily hit the weights going in there like me, just going in there going crazy. You
Listen,
feel me?
it don't surprise me. I'm serious. When I say far part, we used to.
Yeah.
I
believe
with them leg presses, what they call them.
Leg
like
press,
your
yeah.
leg is up and you got to press
the leg press. Yeah.
I had 8 of those on the side, on both sides. This was before my knee injury, and then I had 2 up top.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I was pressing it.
I can believe it. I can believe that. And I wouldn't be surprised if you can still do it now.
I probably can, but this leg might give out on me now.
I'm telling you, that's how I be feeling. I'm like, man, my knees getting bad, man. I be trying to do so much leg work now. Like, I can believe it.
If they trying to get reach you by training, where should they go to reach you by training?
Man, you can hit me in my DM on IG at Big June 6.
Big June 6. Y'all hit him up. He be training folks.
Yeah.
I need to get out there.
I'm telling you, come on. We gonna build that motivation. Like, it's hard to just get in the gym and stay consistent with no motivation.
Yeah.
Like now, I got the motivation now where I love working out by myself. Like, I got my AirPods, my music. Man, I stay in the gym for 3-4 hours lifting weights. They'd be like, bruh, slow down. Man, I'll be like I said, I look at myself in the mirror like, dog.
You like your results?
Man, I love it. What you mean? Man, like last year, I want to say October. Man, I can show you some pictures from October to me now. Do I love my man? Most definitely. And I ain't gonna stop.
You got any advice for anybody that's in a relationship?
Advice for people in a relationship.
Yeah.
Man, if it's something you really want, through the good, through the bad, try to stick through it.
Is there, when a guy is dating a woman, what is it he looking for? Like, what is... that he know that she's the one?
That all depends on the guy. It just depends on what he looking for.
So how would you know though?
How would if it's something that if it's something that I want and she got it, then I mean she gonna be the one. If it's what I'm looking for, like I mean some dudes go for the women who look good. You feel me? Some dudes go for the women that look good from head to toe, and they feel like that's what they want. Now I mean she could be the finest, but still a bum at the same time. You know what I mean? Like for real. Some dudes be wanting the conversation. Some dudes be wanting a woman with money. You know, it just all depends. It just all depends on what he want. Or
do y'all have a blended family?
A blended family? What's a blended family?
Meaning like both of y'all came with kids in the relationship?
Nah, I got all the kids. I came with them and had some more.
Okay. I was asking because, you know, how does that, you know, once being in that she's not the mother of their the other kids, how's the relationship? Like what are you looking, not what are you looking like, what was the relationship like? What would she had to do this to make sure that your kids were straight being with her? Nah,
when we got together, back then, and still to this day, like that's with anybody. I'm not finna put my kids on nobody else. Like I don't need that type of help from nobody.
Yeah.
Like I'm not finna, hey, in order for you to be with me, I got X amount of kids and I got them. You feel me? But I mean, you know, the help is a blessing for sure. The help is a blessing for sure, and I'm very appreciative of it. But I wasn't coming in a relationship like, yeah, you know, you either gonna deal with me and my kids or you gonna
So where do your kids go when you gotta go to like be a bodyguard?
They be at the house.
Oh, you leave them at home?
Yeah.
You trust them at home?
It's an adult there.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I do trust them at home by themselves. I mean, that's a 13-year-old, and she mean. You feel me? So she gonna tell them to shut up, or
they're gonna be like, return to center. Here you
feel
go.
Me? My youngest, he the only one gonna do what he want to do anyway. He gonna really he don't even be bothered. He'll go if I'm not there and it's just the kids at home, he gonna go in the room and play his game. If I tell him to sit down and don't come out the room, he's gonna sit down and don't come out the room. You feel me? Aaliyah, she's sneaky, man. But they tell on her every time. They tell on her every
snitching
time.
on y'all
Hey,
sibling.
look, one thing about Naya gonna tell her daddy, man. Naya gonna tell her daddy, like, for real, like, y'all not gonna get me in trouble with y'all. Like, yeah, Naya gonna tell her daddy, man.
Do you have an open policy with your kids? Like, they could come talk to you about anything?
Most definitely, and they'll tell you that. They'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, for real. And I keep it like that from them having to go behind my back, or from them making a mistake that can't be fixed.
So how would you feel if any one of them wanted to start smoking and doing stuff like that? How would you feel?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you no. I can't control your life.
You can't.
And that's one thing about them getting older. You know, I want them to understand that they are getting older, that their body is going to change, that their feelings are going to change, and they going to experience a lot more things, you know, outside of me. And, you know, I just want them, I make sure they, and they'll tell you, like, my daddy tell me some of the stuff that I probably don't want to hear, but he keep it real. Like, I keep it real with him. Yeah. Like, I don't sugarcoat nothing with them, especially my oldest.
As you should.
And they'll tell you, like, and my daddy used to always tell me, it's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out. And if it's anything I can do to help you, to keep you from getting in trouble, I'm going to do that by all means. I'm not going to come get you out of jail for something stupid.
So you going to leave them in there?
What you mean? You're going to learn your lesson. For real. Especially if I done talked to you about this same thing for years And I've been telling you, so you should have known. Just because you was with such and such and they did it don't mean you had to do it. You feel me? You got to understand, like, nah, I'm not doing that. You stupid. But if it ever came down to a point where they had to defend themselves and they go to jail, I'm gonna be the first one down there. Come on, pack it up. Let's go home. You feel me? Yeah.
As long as you got their back and they feel like you got their back.
All the way. It ain't even no feeling. They know it. They know it. And like I said, if I could bring them up here to talk, I'd turn my back and won't say nothing. That's how real and that's how much respect I know my kids got for me. And I know that's how they fool with me on a different type of level. And like I said, I know for a fact that I could leave this room. Don't tell me nothing they said. Ask them whatever you want to ask them. I guarantee you they're going to go to bat for their daddy. And they're going to keep it all the way 100. For real.
Where you got that motto from? What made you want to go that route with your kids?
Because these days things are different. And they go through a lot. They experience a lot. They see a lot. They hear a lot. And I want y'all to understand, like, they see me, they know me. They know what I do. They know what I've done. Like, and, you know, I don't want them to make the same mistakes I made. A lot of parents say that about their kids, but who actually be out there doing this and actually showing their kids, like, you feel me? I really be there. Yeah. Like, I did this and I know what's going to come from it. Like, some of the stuff, like, when they know they're in trouble, somebody going to want to lie. Somebody going to lie. And I'll be like, I said the same thing to my mama. The same thing. And I know you lying to me. They suck it up and be like, all right, this is what it was. You feel me? And I tell them all the time, it's nothing in this world you got to lie to me about. Nothing.
There's no need to lie.
And I think they got that down pat.
So, being that you this big age, I don't know how old you are.
34.
That's it? 34?
Yep.
Wow. I would have never got there.
They told me I look good for my age. You know what I mean?
That was not what I was saying, but okay.
I mean, that's okay. What they tell me.
Have you ever apologized to your mom for what you did to her when you was a teenager? Or you ever thought about doing that?
Yes, I have. When I was finna have my first child, I wrote her a letter. A long letter when I was crying in the shower. I never forget it. I did. When I was finna have my first child, my son, when she sent me to Ohio to stay with my daddy, I sure did. I was crying.
Did she receive it well?
Yeah, I assume so. I think she had called me crying. We both on the phone crying. I think she wrote me a letter back, if I ain't mistaken.
That's how long
If I ain't mistaken, yeah. This was back in like 2009. No, this was back in 2005, 2004. Had to be 05.
Okay. So your patience was thin. That's all it is.
Most definitely. I got a lot of kids. I got a lot of things I'm trying to do, and I ain't taking nothing from nobody. Either you with me or you against me, and that's just how I feel. That's with anybody. I don't even really too much fool with nobody though. Like nobody. Like, and I like it like that. I mean, I still, like I said, most people who show me love and who genuinely fool with me are like strangers. And I mean, people who grew up with me, who known me for a while. And, other than that, I feel like, I got a big family, a real big family. And I feel like it's just me. I'm bad at reaching out to people, and people don't reach out to me, and I'm fine with it. I do not care. At all.
It might be like a little Sagittarius thing, because I'd be like,
I don't be caring. Like, I do not care. Man, listen, as long as I talk to my daddy and my sister, I am A-okay. Yeah, you understand? Like for real, man.
So, give the people where they can contact you again for your protection services and for training. And
well, you can always hit me up on my Instagram, Big June 6. That's BIGJUNE, the number 6. You can also Google me, Big Six Protective Services, or you can hit me on my website, big6protectiveservices.com.
So y'all get at him for those services. Serious inquiries, okay? Do not be trying to hit him up.
I be seeing y'all DMs too, man. I do. Y'all something else. But I be seeing it though.
He's seeing then disregarding
I definitely be seeing it.
A little bit. So what happened that got shot?
The day I got shot. I remember that like it was yesterday, man. I never ever forget that day. Ever. It was 10:58 p.m. June 25th, 2008. Me and my cousins, Al Snow, Adam Dancy, and Trav and a half, Travis Hahn, man. I used to call them boys my brothers. They still my brothers. We cousins, blood cousins, but we became so tight over the years. We became brothers. We were sitting out in front of Trav apartment on Wentworth Street in Dayton, Ohio. I seen a dude pull up. He was coming up the hill. He was coming up a hill out the parking lot. He made a left turn towards us. We were sitting in a car facing straight. He was coming the other way. His lights was off. He was in the Explorer. Al was sitting in the driver's seat. I was in the passenger seat. Trav was in the back seat. So the dude pulled up with his lights off. He pulled up with his lights off. I already knew he was up to something. I'm looking. I'm like, bro, your lights off. You feel me? He pulled up next to the car. He just stared at us. He was just staring at us for a little second, a few seconds. Trav in the back seat. Man, what the, Trav just going off. You feel me? Done jumped up. Man, the dude sitting over there in the car. I seen a female sit up in the passenger seat and sat back. Man, next thing you know, that dude shook his head, put his head down, came back up. Pow, 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 pow. All you seen was fire coming from the gun. I know he shot maybe about 9-10 times. Nobody got hit in the car but me. As I was trying to get out the car, I was opening the door. That's how he shot me in my back.
It was on your side or you was on the other side?
I was on the other side. Like that's
and nobody
bad.
else got
Nobody got hit. Nobody got hit, man. Man can't shoot, right? Like everybody should have been dead in the car.
Yeah.
Nobody got hit with me one time in my back, and he shot about 8-9 times. So as I was getting out the car, boom, hit me in my back. I didn't know I got shot. I was just trying to duck and get out the way. You feel me? So I got on the side of the car. I ain't had no gun. So I got on the side of the car and got down. I knew it wasn't raining. Wasn't nothing. We were sitting in the car drinking.
You trying to figure out why you wet?
Wow, that was the first thing that hit me. Like, man. And then I'm heavy. I was heavy. Look, I had on a white Coogee shirt. Man, that shirt was so red. I knew then like I'm shot. So I got up. I ran to the front of the car. I hit the car. I'm like, bro, I'm shot. Like, get in. We got in the car. And I didn't know where I was shot at. I just knew I was about to die, though. Just being shot, that's the first thing you think of, dying.
Yeah.
And I told him in the car, I'm like, man, I love y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was the end. They like, man, no, bro, you gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We drove to the hospital, got there. Once we got to the hospital, I feel myself going down. I feel myself getting weaker. I was walking. I think they both had me, and I was walking in. And one of the nurse dudes was sitting in the car. I mean, not in the car. He was sitting in the chair when I ran. I'm like, man, I just got shot. You feel me? He's like, calm down. So I'm like, I can't calm down. What do you mean? I'm shot somewhere. Can you help me, please? So he like, hold your shirt up. I held it up. Like, I don't see nothing. He said, turn around. He said, oh, yeah, there it is. Come on. So that next thing you know, I see all the nurses, and they said something on the intercom. All the nurses, everybody come up there running. I remember getting on the stretcher, and I think I passed out then. And then I had woke up in the ambulance. I remember that part. And I had asked them, was I going to die? And it's like, nah, you're going to be okay, buddy. And after that, that's all I remember that night. I remember waking up later on the night. I think I was locked up, chained up or something, and the sheriff was standing over me. He was just standing there looking at me, man. And
did you know who did it?
Yeah, everybody know who did it. Yeah, everybody know who did it, man. He my daddy and them, my uncles, my cousins, you know, I ain't never seen a hospital get shut down. Mm-hmm. You know, they was livid about that. Like, for real. Mm-hmm. They wasn't going to play about me. Mm-hmm. My uncle done beat up some dude out there in the parking lot. I wish they was here. You'll hear about the story, but yeah, man, they actually closed down the hospital that night. Mm-hmm. My cousins, my daddy, my uncles, my brothers, man, my mom and them came up, my sister, my son, everybody came up, man. It was wild. They shut the hospital down. I got a cousin, man. He throwed off, man. His name Donnie. Dog. You think they wasn't finna go find him? And that man went and turned himself in. Ran out the house and everything. Did that to you? No. My cousin was going, they was going to get him. Oh. Yeah, man. Dog. I mean, he got his family, but I don't think they ain't want no smoke with mine. Like, for real. Like,
where this happening at?
Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, like, shit. He know me. They know me. Everybody know me. It's still like, I'm glad he did it, though. I'm glad he did it.
Taught you a lesson?
Yeah, most definitely. He made me harder. He made me like really like, bruh, I'm not finna play with none of y'all. Mm-hmm. Like, for real. If I ever seen him, like, what up? Unless he want to take it there, but other than that, I appreciate you. I mean, I think, man, that dude ain't got nothing.
Y'all ain't had no previous beef or nothing?
I ain't even know this dude. And the shot wasn't even for me.
It was for one of your cousins?
Yes. Travis to have, it wasn't even for me, man. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Yeah, some female stuff, man. It was over some females, man.
Oh, he took his girl. Why is it always like that?
Cause these niggas be suckers, man. You feel me? There's a million girls out here in the world, and y'all be ready to die by one of them. Like, they be ready to die about them, like, for real. They want to kill the girl too. These days they be want to kill the girl. They want to kill the kids and themselves. Yeah. Like, they be going out bad.
That whole trouble situation, that was just.
I don't know what happened on it, but I do know J Mike is the homie. Mm-hmm. For sure. Mm-hmm. I can't speak on what happened. Mm-hmm. You know, nobody was there but them. Yeah. And I'm not even just saying that because that's the homie. I'm gonna say that about anybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Nobody know what happened but them. Mm-hmm. They the only one. They the only three people that was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We can't say, J Mike just shot the dude because he was with the girl. Y'all wasn't there, bro. Y'all don't know what happened. And then you got another story. I mean, you got a story that sound more like it. I don't see this man. I grew up with this man. We went to elementary school together. Mm-hmm. I don't see this man just kicking in the door over no female and shooting this man because he was. I don't believe it happened like that.
I just don't think it should result in somebody dying.
I don't believe so either. I don't believe nobody should lose their life over no female. I don't believe nobody should lose their life over no man. It's just too much of it out here. Yeah.
Relationship with you, mm-hmm. And then I don't want to be in a relationship with you, and then you could say, well, I don't agree with that, this and that third, but you could leave or whatever, but you don't have to take me with you if you feel like you want to lose your life or you want to take your own life. You can just go. Bye.
But see, when it come to that, you know, that's why you really have to date before you get into a for real deal situation, mm-hmm. because you don't know what that other person done been through. And you don't know their intentions. You don't know nothing about them. You know, we just meet people. We meet people at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We meet people at the gas station. We meet people at the club. Right. We don't know these people. Don't. And I don't care, you know. Yeah, we fall in love. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. You can fall in love with a person. You know, I done seen some of the most beautiful relationships, mm-hmm. for real, and ended in the worst way. And, you know, you have to, we get too comfortable. And, you know, these days it's always about some money. So if somebody's spending some money on you, you ain't gonna never want to let him go. But when he start beating you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Then, you know, I hate him. You going to jail, and you feel me? You just gotta.
You know what I don't like?
What's that?
So when, let's just say a celebrity gets in a new relationship, a mm-hmm. guy celebrity gets in a new relationship, and then a baby mama like to come out the blue and say
all the
this.
Time.
I hate that with a passion. I'm like, what is
all the time.
This not helping the situation
Like
at all.
when somebody get big, you don't expect nobody to blow up and become a celebrity or a superstar.
Right.
I mean, we always hope for it. Like, if they out there doing something good, something positive, that's what they love to do. We hope they get big. You don't necessarily know like they gonna get big.
Right.
So you don't even really too much be caring. As far as you care, they still a bum.
Yeah.
But when they do get big, I'm finna drag them. Like, that's my baby daddy, and he did this one, and he did that. This was 10, 20 years ago. You feel me? And now you talking. It always happen like that because they be wanting to be seen. They be wanting that spotlight. They be wanting that. When they see you with somebody else, they be like, that's supposed to be me.
Is it?
You feel me? That's how it go. That's really how it go. When you was with somebody, I feel like the situation I got going on with my kid's mama, I feel like she the same way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like she's the same way. You mad because you didn't expect Lil Dirty June back in the days to be who he is now, and now you really hate him. Now you don't want. Come on now. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, stop
Back
playing.
then and didn't want me. Now I'm hot there all
I'm trying to tell you what you mean, and I strongly feel like that. I've heard some things come out of her mouth myself, but we ain't gonna talk too much on it. But that's just how I feel. When you bigger than what they expected you to be, and then they see you doing something good with somebody else, they feel like they were supposed to be a part of that. They feel like they obligated to something.
If you were supposed to be a part of it, then you would be
been there.
Exactly.
Part of it. You feel me? You would have been there. Yeah,
maybe you have taught that person a valuable lesson about something.
And that's exactly how most smart people think. Most smart people think like that. Like, you can only you don't want to continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over. You know where it got you last time, and you probably messed up and did it a second time. Don't do it again. You know what you're not gonna go back to. You know what you're not gonna get yourself into. You know what's gonna come out of it.
What's that famous saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
I know what you're talking about. It's something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You should learn your lesson after.
I'm trying to tell you
the first time though.
I'm trying to tell you.
But it was nice talking to you. I appreciate you coming out.
I appreciate you for having me, for real. I really appreciate you for having me.
Make sure y'all contact him for training services, personal protection services.
Trying to tell you.
Only serious inquiries, okay? Don't be hitting him up for other stuff, okay? The man got bills. You heard him. He got kids. He got kids
man,
now.
Send that money, man.
Anyway, but this your girl, Lady J. Peace to you.